Hey guys, it's Woody the Unexceptional Gamer bringing you a game of domination. I think I do especially well in this one, which is a bit of a shock, and I'll explain why. Here's the deal. I've been live streaming a lot, and the live streams have been awesome fun, right? What's fun is the sort of vibe going on in the lobbies, right? Everyone's hanging out in the chat, everyone's hanging out in the lobbies. People are joining my session nonstop, and everybody's having a good time. Now, one of the hard things about it is people are good. People are really good. If I hop in a random lobby, I can usually, pull off one of those exceptional games, on a greater frequency than I can against you guys. Because if someone's hanging out in my live stream watching Call of Duty, if someone's watching my videos, they're probably into Call of Duty at a level that's far beyond the random. The guys watching my videos have much stronger stats, have much stronger win-losses than the guys, who don't watch YouTube videos at all. So yeah, when I play against you guys, then it's always an extra struggle. I always put my try-hard pants on. At the beginning of this, we were all goofing off, and I was like, I call top window, because other people were calling top window to get their kill streaks and do their thing. So yeah, I think I start off a little slowly here, and work my way up a kill streak, because everybody wants top window at Nuketown. That's the deal. So that was the first thing I wanted to talk about. I've been having an awesome time in my live streams. I intend to live stream a whole lot more. I couldn't live stream last night, or I guess technically I could have. But what happened is I got this new game, and you may have heard of it. But I got this new game, and I was absolutely, captivated by it. I had to check it out. I had to play. So and then I can't stream it because it's a brand new game. So yeah, I've been warned not to talk about it at all. So, but I think what they really want is for me not to give any spoilers away. I think that's their core thing. So, so all I'll say so far is that the single player version of it was good enough that I actually abandoned nutrition and hygiene until I worked my way through it. I was just into it. And the multiplayer version I'm still getting a hang of, and it's too early to judge. It takes a long time, I think, to really have an effective opinion on the multiplayer version. If I were to just go by, what happens with every damn Call of Duty, I'd say, oops, did I say that? If I were to just go by what happens with everyone, I'd say, oh, it's awesome when it first comes out, and then 3 months later, everybody finds some intricacy about it, and they don't like it anymore. But I don't intend to give away any spoilers, so yeah, that's where that is. I think tonight I'll be streaming again, of course, because tonight is Painkiller already, and that's always that. So, but anyway, I wanted to talk about something else in this video. I wanted to talk about going to college. So here's the deal. In the news lately, there's been this sort of skepticism. Is college the next bubble? Right? Is college the next thing that sort of cracks and people form a whole different opinion out of? And in my mind, it comes from two different places, right? On one hand, it comes from this political thing, right? For those of you who don't know, in America, the Republicans generally say that college turns people liberal and therefore they're bad. They're brainwashing institutions, and that Rush Limbaugh loves to talk about, and you can't see my air quotes here, greedy academics, and you hear the term academic or college or university or whatever. And some of the guys who were have the Republican hat on, they look at college in a really negative light. Whereas on the blue side, the Democrat side, they look at it with this sort of pride type thing. So anyway, I think some of the college bubble talk. Look at that, you guys are good, Olympia. Anyway, so some of it is politically motivated. Some of it, is they just my team versus your team type silliness, and that's where it comes from. But some of it is also based in a bit of fact. It is a rough way to start off your young adult life, coming out of college with what can be $160,000, $180,000 worth of debt, essentially a mortgage and no house, right? So now you're coming out of college looking to get a house, start a family, follow the plan, if you want to follow the plan. And, you have 2 mortgages, which is a really rough spot to be in. And it doesn't go away. It doesn't go away, and here's the reason. And this is the U.S. I don't know if it's like this globally. But here, when you borrow money for college, that loan is enforced in the strictest way, right? They get to take it straight out of your paycheck before you see it, if it comes down to that. They get that's called garnishing your wages. They get to chase you down and harass, I don't know what else to call it, in a way that you can't do it for other kinds of loans. And there's a good reason, right? If I borrow money for my house, then you check me out and you get to see if I'm a good credit risk. You get to look at my job, because you won't even lend it to me if I don't have a good job. You get to look at all kinds of things and protect yourself from me being a bad risk, right? So that's what happens with normal loans. But with loans to college students, right? You're literally loaning money to people who are 17 years old, and you don't know what kind of adults they'll turn out to be. You don't even know if they're going to finish this college degree that they went for. You don't know anything. You're borrowing money completely based on faith. And for that reason, it's kind of fair to allow these loan companies to get guarantees that they'll be paid back in a way that they don't get in other kinds of loans, because they don't get to do any risk analysis. They don't get to really see if you work out or not. Instead, they just sort of have to go on blind faith. Oh, I was lucky to get a one-shot kill on him. So yeah, if you borrow money for college, you're paying it back. That's just how it's going to go down, because they get to chase you down for the rest of your life until they eventually get it from you. And like I said, if they couldn't do that, then there'd be a much higher interest rate to compensate for all the people who didn't pay their loans back. You see him Halo belly flop me right there? That's Halo jump, go prone. The pro moves in this thing all the time. I don't usually get KDs like this in these games, but I usually rush a lot more too, because I'm trying to put on a show for the stream. As for going to college, man, it's been a really tough. I try to decide. Like, on one hand, I want my kids to go to college because I want them to be able to get any job in the world. I want the whole world to be open to them. I want there to be no limits on what they can achieve. And you can earn a lot of money without going to college, right? You can own your own business. There are a lot of ways to go out there and hustle and make more money than you can be that top 1% if you want to without going to college. But for the most part, there are some jobs you just can't have, right? You can't be a doctor, a lawyer, an architect. You can't be an engineer. You can't be a lot of things without going to college. And for that reason, it's like, man, as expensive as it is, you just don't want any doors closed, not for you and yours. You want the whole world to be open to them. So I wonder, is college the next bubble? Will people start looking at college in a different way and go to it less than they did before? I'm curious. I'd love to get your opinions. What do you think? Is higher education worth it? Are you going? Give me some feedback. I put out some videos recently that I'm really proud of. The top one is analysis I found on how to get the most double XP for your dollar. They do sort of a cost-benefit type thing for all the different kinds of Doritos and Mountain Dew that you can buy to get the most double XP per minute per dollar on this thing. So if you're interested in getting some double XP by buying Mountain Dew or Doritos, watch that video and you'll see how to get the most out of it. And then a secret way to do it for free or just the cost of postage. And the bottom one is extra good. I felt inspired. I don't know. I liked this one, and it was what I love about gaming, and I sort of tell a story about coming back against jerks. So yeah, I like that video. I hope that you guys see it because I thought I did an extra special job with it. So yeah, that's that. A surprise video on the right. I pick out a winner from the days gone by. Have a nice day.